All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2, OTB, here on this Wednesday morning. There's an AP poll, there's a coaches poll, but the only poll that matters is the OTB top 25. A little quick recap. 25, Boise State. 24, Memphis. 23, Baylor. 22, Georgia Tech. 21, Tennessee. 20, Iowa State. At number 19, Texas 8-4. At number 18, Indiana. At 17, Ole Miss. At 16, the Florida Gators. And coming in at number 15, Matthew.
Did you call them Texas A&4?
Texas 8-4.
All right. I like it.
Yeah.
I've never heard it before. But I thought you just missed.
I've said it every day I've done the recap.
I don't listen. I drift in and out. All right, so at number 15. At number 15, I was thinking about the list yesterday, the top 25, and I thought it was just starting to get a little repetitive. Little had to shake things up a little bit.
No.
So I was like, oh man, what do I do? Do I take Texas? Do I put him at 15? I don't know. I decided to not do that.
Okay.
We're going to shake it up a little bit. I'm going to pick a team that is in the AP poll, in the coaches poll, ranked a little bit lower than 15 or higher, whichever one. They're not ranked as good as 15 on the other polls. And I believe that this is a team that has the potential, based on a schedule and a couple of games that are really going to determine the season for it. We're going to go to the Big 12.
Okay.
We've been stuck in the SEC for a couple of picks in a row. We're going to go to the Big 12, and we're going to keep it inside the Lone Star State. Number 15, Texas Tech Red Raiders.
I don't hate it.
Okay.
I don't hate it.
All right, those boys out in Lubbock, Texas, they are teeing up. There's a lot of buzz. There's a lot of excitement in the air for the Texas Tech Red Raiders. In the AP, they're number 23. I believe in the coaches poll, they're number 24. But in the real list, the real top 25, they're going to come in at number 15. And you know what? I'm basing this off the fact of what I believe that they could end up at the end of the year.
Okay.
All right. So the Big 12, they are boasting the easiest schedule in the Big 12. Okay, their main games that you got to focus on are Kansas State and Arizona State. And I believe it is very likely that they could win one or both of those games. We'll see how it all plays out. It's their first time being ranked this high, which was 23 in the AP poll, since 2008. I think this first
time ago, guys.
First time they had a preseason ranking in both of the AP and coaches poll since, I believe, 2011. 2004, they were 8-5, lost to Arkansas in the Liberty Bowl. But this year, they do feel like they are a legit contender, despite the fact that their last outright conference championship was in 1955. Can you believe that? Co-champs. They were co-champs in the Southwestern Conference in 1976 and 1994. But now Texas Tech has emerged as one of the top spenders in NIL. They're boasting a $15.2 million fund for NIL, completely solely dedicated to football only. And that has kind of led the way. They brought in the top portal class leading into this 2025 season, including a 5-star offensive lineman, Felix Oyo, they signed him. They paid him $5.1 million. They are returning quarterback Byron Morton. Did I say that right, Byron?
I think it's Barron.
Barron?
Yeah.
Barron? Behren. Yeah, Barron Morton. 27 TDs last year, 8 interceptions, 3,335.
Yeah, solid year.
Yeah, very solid year. Actually, when we think of old school Texas, this isn't the Graham Harrell days, Mike Leach days. They actually brought in some help on defense. Not going to say they're the best defensive team in the world. But
Well, to your point, they brought in, through the transfer portal, they brought in 9 guys on offense, 10 guys on defense. Hell, they even brought in 2 kickers through the transfer portal. So they have been as active as anybody.
Yeah, and like I said, they had the number 1 ranked transfer class. And I think they got 3 players on their defense that are on the preseason Bednarik award. So on that list, at least. So they got some guys. They got a coach that's been there, I believe, his 4th season now. So look, it's all going to come down. Look, we could easily go Arizona State, Kansas State, but I think Texas Tech, because of their strength of schedule, because of the success.
Hear Arizona State later on.
I know. It's going to be tight. We'll see. I just believe based on the strength of schedule, they win one of those games, they got an opportunity to be the exactly ranked 15th team at the end of the year.
All right.
Yeah, I like this pick, and they are really getting ahead in the NIL space in all sports. I mean, they're like
they got that landman money.
Canada,
she was like the only one getting paid $1 million, like the highest paid softball player ever.
Yep.
And GM James Blanchard comes in and just starts bulldozing through stuff. So I like that pick.
Let's go. A lot of hype behind them right now. They're excited.
They got an expensive roster.
Yeah, they got that landman money, that Texas Panhandle, oil country.
Yeah,
they got it.
Get your tortillas out.
That's right. Liquid gold.
To your point,
I have been there when they've thrown the tortillas on the field after a big upset. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
To your point, like everybody talks about SMU spending all this money, like Texas Tech's right there with them.
Mm-hmm.
Baron Morton. I mean, you laid out the numbers, but like he also completed like 64% of his passes last year with that touchdown interception ratio. That's impressive. They're better this year on the outside than they were last year. I think it's a good pick.
That might be a sleeper.
Not on this show, they're not.
Not on this show.
They're awake.
They're awake.
Fully awake.
We're woke.
It's going to be exciting.
I don't know this show.
Guns up. Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guns up.
Get your guns up. Yeah, they say that too.
Wreck 'em.
Yeah.
Wreck 'em Tech. So we were, when I was in high school, our mascot was the Red Raiders, and a lot of we called Texas Tech the 13th grade of our high school. A lot of people went there.
Yeah.
Being a state school, it was like it had the big,
That's what Louisiana Tech was
athletic,
for us. That was 13th grade.
A little bit academically, a little bit more forgiving to be accepted.
Yeah.
At the time. But I've personally never been to Lubbock.
I went like a long time ago.
Times.
One of my best friends went to Tech, and she went the same time that Patrick Mahomes was there. And I mean, it's exactly what you would imagine it to be.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes from the greater Tyler, Texas area.
White Castle?
White House.
White House. White Castle's here. Close enough. That's
White Castle, Louisiana, home of the 10-pound mosquitoes. If you've ever been to a game out there,
all right,
awful place.
Is that where Johnny Manziel went to?
He went there for a little while. Yeah, White House. Yeah.
Because I remember
it's like pretty much all the same. But
when I met Johnny Manziel at Manning Passing Academy when he was still at A&M, his last year, the year he got kicked out of Manning Passing Academy, the only player to ever get kicked out.
Sure.
Before he got kicked out, I remember him coming up to me, man, you played with Matt Flynn? I was a ball boy for them growing up. That dude was awesome. I'm like, the same Matt Flynn that I know?
Dang, Johnny Manziel.
Got to be a different guy.
Yeah, Johnny Manziel, yeah. His senior year or whatever, his last year at A&M, I guess that would have been junior year. Yeah, he was big Matt Flynn guy.
That's
was
crazy.
he your ball boy, apparently? Do you remember that? Okay, well, he remembered.
Matt forgets the small people along the way.
That's right. Yeah, little guys.
To Matt's point, their schedule, they got Arkansas Pine Bluff in the opener. They've got Kent State. They've got Oregon State. All those games are going to be at home. They've got a tough road game September the 20th at Utah. They get a bye week, and then it's at Houston. You get Kansas at home. You're at Arizona State, Oklahoma State at home, at Kansas State, BYU at home, UCF at home, and at West Virginia. Like Matt said, October the 18th and November the 1st, that's going to be your most difficult games for Texas Tech on the road against the number 11 and number 17 teams in the country. So,
and only 2 of those teams on their schedule are in the preseason, the top 25 ranking list. So I believe they have the number 1 easiest schedule in the Big 12 leading into the season. Now we'll see how that plays out. And I think like the 80th overall in the country, easiest schedule.
Big 12 is going to be fun. It is going to be chaotic energy every single week. It was last year. And if you like from top to bottom, the teams in that league are as close as any other league that we have. And I know there's probably some people that are immediately throwing some shade. Yeah, they're all bad teams. That ain't the case. There is some quality football in the Big 12 this year, and I think the top team and the bottom team. Hell, we saw it last year. Arizona State was supposed to be the bottom team. They won. They won the whole league, and so it's going to be that same thing this year.
You're right. The Big 12 is a really fun league to watch. It's like a better quality, bigger school version of Maction. That's how I feel like these games play out. Like the craziest stuff that could happen will happen.
Yeah.
And can happen and will happen. So I'm excited about the Big 12 just watching it because, like you said, there's a lot of really good teams.
Yep.
There's no one big dog. There's not two big dogs. There's a lot of people. Like, whoever's standing on top of the Big 12, it could be one of, 8 teams. Maybe 6 teams.
Really good
Whatever
quarterback
it's a lot.
conference. Like for this year?
Yeah.
16, right? 16 teams.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, half of them probably got, a realistic shot.
I think I certainly think there's 8 teams that have a shot.
Yeah, but it's going to be Texas Tech. Oh, maybe they get second because I would put them at 15th. Whatever is going to put them at 15th,
There's
that's
going
what's
to be
going to
a
happen.
Big 12 team in the next 14 teams. I can promise you that because I'm picking one of them if somebody else doesn't do it. So,
Arizona State.
well done. Well done.
Thank
Good
you.
breakdown.
Thank you. Let's go, OTB.
Those 30
It ain't no
seconds.
guess. That's what it's going to be.
Those 30 seconds you came in, extra time,
Paid off.
quality usage.
Told
of
us
your
to be
time.
quiet before the segment
Yeah,
started.
zip it. I
Yeah.
got study.
He was like, everybody be quiet. That's seriously what he said.
You did. You did.
It was either going to be Texas Tech or it was going to be who else was I thinking?
No. Don't spoil things
Okay.
here. It might be another team.
Okay, shake it up.
Question before we take a break. Is Texas Tech the closest team to the West Canaan Coyotes?
Like physically?
No, just like in your thought process of watching Varsity Blues, is Texas Tech the closest to the West Canaan?
For me,
I think
it
that's
absolutely is.
that's a pretty good comparison. Yes.
Because it's not Baylor.
No.
No.
right?
Oh, yeah.
They're
I mean, it
back to school.
absolutely
It's
is.
Not them. It's not A&M. There's not a Colt.
I would think geographically speaking too, it would be that area would be a little bit more.
I think
that
so.
Midland, like the oil country
Yeah.
out
Nope,
there.
they got that going for them too, Bo.
So yeah, but when I think of Texas Tech, of course, I just my mind.
It's not even really
I think
West
it's
Texas,
Cliff
though.
Kingsbury.
Yeah.
No, it's like the pan.
It's the
Yeah,
Panhandle.
it's not really
like,
West.
yeah.
I mean, you got to keep going.
I'm not
to
saying.
get to El
Did we say
Paso.
West Texas? I didn't. If I said it, I didn't mean to. It's a Panhandle.
I'm telling you, if you want to see Lubbock done the right way, have Wes Welker and Cliff Kingsbury as your host on your official visit.
Absolutely, man. I just tell you, what beautiful, glorious years they had with the Pirate, Michael
Yeah.
H. Crabtree, Danny Amendola,
Graham
Shout out
Harrell.
Danny.
Graham Harrell.
Shout out Danny. Michael Crabtree.
Yeah, how fun was that team? That game, I'll never forget watching them beat Texas in Texas Tech. Michael Crabtree.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the game.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was one.
electric factory.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of those all-timers for sure. All right, we got to take a break. We'll do it. We got our guy Chris Marler joining us in about 15 minutes from now here in studio. We'll continue talking college football, though, when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to centralplumbing.org. Always remember, not only in Central, of course, if you're in Central, they can help you out, but we're talking to the entire greater Baton Rouge area, 24/7, 365, weekend, game day, holiday. 225-925-8552 is that number. If you have something happen, they'll always be there. Now, it's not the only thing that they do. If you're looking to remodel, home, business, they can come in and they can do that. Even if it's something, hey, I just need a new vanity or I want some new tiles maybe in my shower. Whatever it is, Central Plumbing's been doing it for so long here in this community. You know them, you love them, you can trust them. Go to the website today. That is centralplumbing.org.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
I keep chasing that same old devil down the same old dead-end highway. Riding that storm running through my veins like a shot down tailspun airplane. I'm scared of nothing and I'm scared to
All right, welcome back in OTB. Yesterday we talked about John Mateer, Oklahoma quarterback, and some of his Venmo transactions, sports gambling.
How are we doing on that? How's the
Literally
story
says
progressing?
Sports gambling. Well, John Mateer did release a statement. He said the allegations that I once participated in sports gambling are false. My previous Venmo descriptions did not accurately portray the transactions in question, but were instead inside jokes between me and my friends. I have never bet on sports. I understand the seriousness of the matter, but recognize that taken out of context, those Venmo descriptions suggest otherwise. I can assure my teammates, coaches, and officials at the NCAA that I have not engaged in any sports gambling.
Yeah.
I believe him, right?
Oh, 100%.
He said it was an inside joke. That we just wouldn't get it.
Look, what's more believable? That it was an inside joke between probably a couple of 19-year-old kids, or that he actually did it and wrote it out like a nerd?
Inside joke, because yesterday when we were having the conversation, I was thinking if we would have had Venmo in college, some of the descriptions that me, you, Stelz, put a name on it.
It would we would have I would have Venmo'd you for something maybe you got my cover at Fred's. Yeah. And I was Venmoing you back $5. I would have put illegal steroids or anabolic steroids on it.
For sure.
I would have put maybe sports gambling on it. Just something to make us laugh. But the stupid part is he made it public.
Yeah.
Just make it private.
Yeah. And again, this was...
Or maybe they did make it private.
Ago.
You can just hack into it.
Who knows? But
China probably did it.
I don't know if anything comes of this, but again,
it shouldn't.
I've met him very briefly. I'm not going to act like I know him, but just meeting him and seeing kind of the way he carries himself. So I told you, he reminded me of a mix of Baker Mayfield and Flynn. Like that's who he was. I just can't imagine he would have put sports gambling if that's what it in fact was.
No. I can't imagine anybody, like I said yesterday, under the age of 60, actually putting what they are sending somebody money for. Like,
I don't know that I've ever certainly when it's amongst friends, like you said, if we were out and you picked up the first round, I'm going to send you something stupid back to pay back.
Yep.
Just now, I would right now as a 40-year-old man. I'm sending back something stupid.
Yeah, it's going to say, here's $20 and description, your balls are showing or something. Like something weird.
I'm glad you saved that one for 8:22 and not 7:22.
Nailed it. Kids are already dropped off, people. It's just adults listening now and the sick kids that's sitting at home.
Was that an Ace Ventura 2 reference? Bumblebee Tuna?
Bumblebee Tuna? No?
Well, he says what you just said after that. Yeah. That's what I was wondering.
Okay, no.
You don't remember that?
Maybe it's just ingrained in me so deep down.
Yeah. Says it around the fire to the guy next to him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. One thing about Tay-Tay, that man's seen every movie.
Watch a lot of movies. TV shows? No.
Not so much.
Movies, yeah.
Did you say you were a Parks and Rec guy? No.
Never seen it.
Okay, fair enough. They make good television these days. Television's probably better than most movies. So these days.
I've got a question for the room. Who should have been ranked number 1 in the AP and coaches poll? Should it have been Texas or somebody else? Because they are the first, right? The first number 1 preseason AP team to start the season as an underdog. The first we've ever seen. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. So, should the team that they're playing, the defending national champion, should they have been ranked number 1?
Yes.
No.
You think Texas should have?
Oh, wait. Say that again. Oh, yes, they should have. Sorry. Thought you were asking if Texas should have.
Yeah, it should have been Ohio State.
So I saw somebody talking about it. I think the closest ever matchup, gambling line for the number 1 team in the country on opening day was a team being -4. Number 1 team in the country. -4, I think it was Florida State in the 90s.
This is...
And they're underdogs.
This is the first time that a team has the start of the season, the first game of the year, the team that was preseason number 1, the first time ever that they have been an underdog in the first game. Like the first time ever.
Yeah.
So why is Ohio State not number one?
It's really dumb. That's what we talked about this yesterday. Basically, the people voting for them, voting for Texas as number one, are saying that they are going to win the first game of the season. It's the only way that you rank them number one. The only way. And if they do, more power to them. Like, good luck stopping the Arch Manning hype train if that happens. Good luck trying to, like, keep him off of first team All-American no matter what he does. So I think it's if you're going to be underdog, you can't be number one. Like, that's why I gave you that. Like, the last time, the closest gambling line ever for a number one team prior to this, going into week one, was -4.
Right.
That was the closest match. And they were the favorite.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's wild. I mean, that's why. And for both of them to do it, too.
Yeah.
Like, I get the coaches play. Like, the coaches aren't spending time going through this. Like you said, it's the SID poll. It's not like you think Brian Kelly's going there and dissecting every team and looking at, strength of schedules. No, they're not doing that.
He's worried about his guys,
Yeah, so they're not doing it. But, like, the AP to do that, that means most of the Associated Press is choosing Texas to win game number one.
They don't even have Ohio State as the number 2 team. They're actually number 3 in the AP top 25. Penn State comes in at number 2. And they made the semifinals last year. It was a close game, competitive game against Notre Dame, but there's still something I need to see from them. I love their running backs. I mean, they've got 2 guys that could be All-Americans, like first-team All-American type running backs, but Tyler Warren bailed them out so much a year ago. That's why he was a first-round pick. That's why he's going to be a good player on Sundays for the Colts. They went and got a couple guys out of the portal at receiver, but I have a hard time believing that you're going to be without Abdul Carter, who was a top 5 pick, without Tyler Warren, and you're going to be better than you were a year ago. Like Drew Aller, there's something that is missing for me for him to be one of the quarterbacks that we talk about with a Cade Klubnik, with a Garrett Nussmeier. I don't have him in that category. Some people do. I don't see it. Penn State's one that's got to prove some things to me as well.
Penn State just had, like, last year was their closest to ever actually getting it done. Like, getting whatever the hype is. They always have the preseason hype. They always go gangbusters the first half of the season. They're like like when Wisconsin was kind of doing their thing, they were like a little souped up version of them. Like, they always have the hype. They always should be. It's like the woulda, shoulda, coulda team every single year. And for them to be preseason ranked ahead of Ohio State, that is the coulda.
Yeah.
It's not shoulda, woulda. They're the ones that actually go out and do it year in, year out. I don't know. I think it's a pretty dumb top 3 myself.
Tate, I know you're burning back there. Like, you hadn't talked in 3 minutes. I know you're ready to give a take on one of these teams.
No, I mean, I absolutely think Ohio State should be ranked number 1 just because they have the best offensive and defensive player in college football. They're the defending national champs. I think they're going to beat Texas week 1. But going to your Penn State thing, like, I agree 100% because so many people are going to say, oh, well, Nick Singleton and Katron Allen are back. Yeah, you had that last year and it wasn't good enough. And you're worse in almost every other spot. Now, you have your quarterback back, but everyone's points to the playoff game. Hey, he didn't complete a pass to a receiver in the playoffs. True. Did you get significantly better at receiver in the offseason? Not really. And you lost your unicorn in Tyler Warren. I just don't see it in Penn State. They're still going to have a good defense. They're still going to have an elite running game. That's kind of all they are.
Give me an NFL comparison to Penn State. So I got mine right now, and I'll let you think about it. I'm comparing Penn State to the Pittsburgh Steelers right now.
That's what I had.
exactly where I was going.
Yeah. Now, maybe not this year because
they're not going to fall off a cliff. They're going to
have
have some years. Now they've ended up winning
First
Super
name
Bowls.
that popped in my head.
And
was
they got
Steelers.
a head coach that is a proven winner.
Yeah.
Awesome for the program. He is the face of that program, and you can't imagine life without him. But it just can't get it done. Now, look, well, let's take Tomlin's, like, we're just talking about the last 10, 15 years, right, of Tomlin's career, because obviously he has got it done with Big Ben there, but it's just that one that's always going to be there, always going to be a threat, but they lost in the first round of the playoffs for the last 5-6 years. So we'll see. But, that's and you can't justify getting rid of him, but at some point, you got to, like, look in the mirror and say, at what point do we stick our foot in the ground and say we have to make a change if we want to take the next level?
It's pretty good comp.
Not saying anybody would.
The Steelers have actually gone and won Super Bowls. I guess that would be the difference.
Yeah,
Penn State hasn't done it in 40 years. 86? 86 is the last time they won a national
86
championship?
or 87.
I think it was 86. So, not a bad comp. Look at you. Well done, sir.
86.
86?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
When was the last time the
I was
Steelers
one.
won? Was it got to be 15?
So no, it was
16, 17 years
They won
ago.
that rookie year. They
it
beat
was,
Arizona.
Yeah, that was the last time they won.
And then
Because y'all beat them.
we beat them in
Y'all beat them,
2010.
and they hadn't been back
So
since.
it's almost been 20 years.
So it was 2008, 2009.
Hey, y'all need to chill out putting years on stuff like that. Y'all need to really.
It was
Everybody in
the
this room needs to
08
chill.
football season,
Yeah.
but February of 09.
Okay, so yeah. This was 25, yeah. So 17 years.
Yeah, y'all were rookies.
Yeah, everybody needs to chill out with all the years you're all throwing around.
We
there.
get it, people. We're old.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, our guy Chris Marler, LouisianaSports.net, will join us to break down Tigers training camp. We'll do it right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. 225-612-2477 is the number. Call them today if you're looking for a roll-off dumpster. Remember, 3 different sizes to choose from. So you give them a call. You tell them, hey, here's what my project is at my home, at my business, and they're going to make sure you have the right size. But like Matt said yesterday, if you need it delivered, picked up in 2 days, emptied, and brought back, they also can do that. Maybe you have more than you thought. It's okay. All right, customer service is what they're all about over at Trash Rangers. Go to the website today, trashrangers.com.
You know where the coaches and AP poll can put their top 3? Right in a big red dumpster. Trash Rangers, they can help with whatever your trash or waste needs are, whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, roll-off dumpster, trash bins, daily deliveries of a dumpster, whatever it is. Go see them today, trashrangers.com.
Pour me another drink, 'cause I don't want to feel a thing.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
Pour me another round. Line 'em up and knock 'em down. 2 more, let's go, 'cause I ain't never.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 1045, ESPN Baton Rouge. Going to welcome on our guy, Chris Marler, LouisianaSports.net, onto the show. What's up, brother? How we doing? How we living? Not your first time to be on air with me. I mean, we've been doing this for like a long time. Back when you were with Saturday Down South, you came on Hanging with Hester, nighttime radio.
Did I?
You did.
I thought this was my first time.
No,
I actually tweeted about it. I was like, Mom, I made it.
I checked the archives.
Check the logs.
I checked the archives. You did. You joined us on Hanging with Hester one
What did
time.
I say?
I
remember,
know, that's a long time ago. I got CTE. It's a whole deal. So there's no chance I remember that.
I remember you coming to the College Football Hall of Fame to talk about the 2019 SEC Championship. And we had a lot of Georgia fans there. And I was trying to placate a little bit to that fan base. And I was like, that 2017 was pretty good. And I'll never forget, you looked over at me and you go, I'm wearing a ring right now from the national championship team from that year. And I was like, okay, I'll be quiet for the rest of the day. That's fine.
You wore your ring?
I don't know, maybe for the championship. Or it's like
you might not.
There's very
I don't
few
know.
times where
I don't know that I've had it on, but maybe I did. I don't know. It's in a box with some dust on it. I do know that right now. But the 2007 Georgia does have some qualms with us winning the national championship because they beat Hawaii.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Here in the state, though, which is.
in the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah.
Shout out our guy, Cole Brenner. Rest in peace. Legend. Absolute legend. How's the move been, man? Moved to Baton Rouge, what, 2 weeks ago now? 3 weeks ago? Something like
Got
that?
engaged on Thursday and moved on Saturday. And if your listeners are wondering if you should do that many life changes in 48 hours, don't ever. Just don't do that. No, it's been awesome, man. We came here from Atlanta. I'm from Atlanta. I lived in Columbia, South Carolina for a while. I don't know what took me so long to get here. We love it here. It's just been awesome. It hasn't even been that hot, which is, I don't want to jinx it. But like, it has been, everyone has been so nice. The food's unreal. Our Corgi Pepper loves it. Like, we're so happy, man. We love it.
What have you? What kind of meals have you been dining into? Like, where are we frequented?
All of them.
All of the meals.
All right. Trader Green was talking yesterday on camera, and he was like, "Yeah, I gained 20 pounds since fall camp." I was like, "Brother, me too. You're special."
Weird.
Yeah.
How's that happen?
I don't eat it. He said it was just jambalaya. It was like 5 meals a day. But no, we went to We went to Radio Bar with your producer.
Oh, yeah.
Laundry
Love
last
Radio
week. That
Bar.
was fun. I was told not to go to Elsie's
Superior.
Plate and Pie from Taylor.
You were told
yeah.
not
What?
to?
I
I was
love
told not to. He
Elsie's.
said it wasn't that good.
Excuse
Yeah,
me?
you look, I mean, you can't trust a
can't-
skinny guy with food.
Don't
That's
judge us
fair.
by our
It looks too
man.
good. That jawline's intact way
You
too
can't
much.
do that.
But no, we've been to Superior way too many times. Way too many
That
times
happens
already. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love it, though.
Yeah, that tends to happen. I wanted to have you on today because you have been at training camp like every single day, so you've had a chance to watch the team and just get like a different perspective. Like,
Yeah.
obviously we played there, and we're going to have inherent biases.
Yeah.
Towards kind of what we see. What have you seen from LSU? Because you've seen what they look like when they can win a championship. Like, is this a team that you think is going to be in the conversation all season long?
Well, listen, as a Division II college baseball player, I'm glad you could bring me on to talk about this.
Yes.
No, I mean, I don't know if this is a national championship team out of the gates because there's so many working and moving parts to it.
Right.
I mean, like there's the thing that jumps out to me the most, and I go to more so like, all right, what are the concerns? Because the receivers is what I was most excited for. And the receivers, I feel like you could draw names out of a hat, put any three you want there on the field, and they are going to torch secondaries for most of the year. Like there's not a ton that are better than them on the field they're going to play on the schedule this year. There's concerns on the schedule, like are they going to be better at being able to stop mobile quarterbacks because Lenore Sellers is coming to town, all that kind of stuff. But
They claimed it from the very get-go.
right,
Yeah.
and the main thing is like you got to get to 10 wins to get to the playoff in the first place. I fully believe it's a 10 win team. I look at the roster, I look at like them, like the way they've looked in camp. I've said this since the preseason magazines came out before the rankings did. I don't think there's 8 teams that are better than LSU. From a roster standpoint, I know there's not.
Yeah.
Like, that's a top 5 roster in the country. I feel very confident in that. But then you start looking at how you win those big games. Like the offensive line's an issue, and it's been an issue throughout camp. And you're going to start 5 new players. I think DJ Chester's the only returning guy from last year. He's not going to start at center. Braylon Moore is.
Right.
And they've struggled a lot. They've gotten better, but they have a long way to go, I think. So it's a work in progress, like for any team to go through the schedule. And out of the gates, that Clemson D-line, that's going to be tough. That's going to be really tough for them.
So you've been there. You've gone to most of the practices, right? So you've gotten your eyes on it. You've been watching the personnel. When you go to practice, what are you trying to focus most on? Are you trying to like see who playmakers are on each side? Or are you looking at the parts of the team that people are a little bit more? Are you watching the offensive line? Are you watching the defense line? What do you try to focus on when you go?
My main focus is to don't do anything stupid. And
Sure.
Don't screw up,
Don't
which
get
I
in
have
trouble.
failed to do.
Don't lose your
multiple times.
credential.
Yeah.
Look, this show, Who Among Us?
Right. So, I walked out there yesterday. They were like, "All right, you guys are allowed to watch practice." And I like pulled my phone out. They're like, "Without phones, without a phone." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll leave. It's fine." No, but so I think the offensive line, I think, is one of the most intriguing parts. One of the things I guess me personally I've been focused on, more fascinated with, is Trey'Dez Green as a blocker. How is he doing with like fundamentals?
He's got to do some of it for sure.
Right, and so him and Bauer Sharp, but Bauer Sharp has been one of the most consistent players in camp. Like, and not just from like that's a good safety net to have. He's got good hands. Like, I mean, he's made like 1-hand catches. He's been really, really good. The offensive line, it's one of those things too. It's like a spring game. It's like it's hard to look at the offense and say, well, the offensive line's been awful, because then you look at it and like, well, the defensive line may be incredible, Don McKinley and Gooden.
Yeah.
But the main things I'm focused on is just like some of those little things that I feel like you need to improve upon from like last year. And like Nussmeier, I think he looks really good, but are they going to give him time to throw? Because that's when he has kind of struggled, like you saw the A&M game last year. There, and then the other big part is the secondary as well, and I think they've looked really good as well.
Yeah, certainly a big question mark coming in, just because it has not been to the standard LSU certainly seen in the defensive backfield over the last couple of years. But if we just look at the SEC and kind of look at the hierarchy of the SEC, it's fascinating this year because the teams that are typically at the top are starting over at quarterback. And they got some guys that maybe Ty Simpson ends up being great, maybe Gunnar Stockton ends up being great, but they don't even have a lot of hype of, Arch Manning certainly has all the hype, but we don't know what Arch Manning's going to be. And then the teams that are trying to get to that point, your Floridas, South Carolinas, LSU, they got a dude at quarterback. And how that plays out is the most interesting thing to me in the SEC.
I think it's so bizarre to watch Texas because we have just, for whatever reason, they haven't won a national title. They haven't won an SEC title. I said this at media days. I don't know if everyone, I was holding my hand up the whole time. You guys saw it. I don't think they had the entire time. I don't think anybody in that room knew that Georgia beat them once, let alone twice, in a building that was like 300 yards away.
Yeah.
Because Texas has become the overall favorite. It is bizarre to me that they are so, like, the media is so enamored with them. I think Georgia's going to be really, really good, even though they are starting over at quarterback, because that's when's the best we've seen Georgia? It's when they had a dude that was like, his nickname was the mailman. He was
Yeah.
a walk-on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like he
yeah.
was in college for 18 years, but also
Right.
like having a kid like that.
Well, Gunnar looks like he's been in college for 18 years.
Yes. Yeah, he's a coach, right?
Yeah, he is. He's a dad. I
yeah.
don't know if he really is, but he looks like one.
He's got that Brock Powers hairline.
He does.
So if he can play
It's a
like
Georgia
him,
thing.
yeah, it is.
That's true.
No, but I think that. But I think you're also right about the fact that like it is odd that because you look at people talk about LSU and South Carolina, especially in this middle tier.
Yeah.
And I don't put Florida in that tier because I think DJ Lagway is great. He doesn't have around him what those other two schools have around him at all.
Him and Lenores do feel different because, like, if they go down, the team's completely different. I'm not saying that, most quarterbacks when you go down, but still, like, even LSU, like, they've got a guy who started SEC games behind Nussmeier. Now, you don't want that to happen, but, like, Lagway and Sellers mean so much to their team. We're talking about, like, a 4-win swing maybe.
Yeah, and I don't think Florida's taken the field at any point since the spring, and someone hasn't been injured. It's and it's not just Lagway. It's like his receivers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I think it is interesting too, for sure.
I mean, even Vanderbilt's got a guy that they feel really good about.
Oh man,
right? Diego Pavia is electric.
They're gonna haunt dreams,
right?
For
sure.
Auburn again. If they beat Auburn, they are. I believe they're already ahead in the all-time series against Auburn. It's like 21-20.
So
I know that.
Yeah, and I kind of want to steer this back to LSU a little bit because you brought it up with opening game facing a mobile quarterback, Cade Klubnik. LSU the whole season we're going to face Diego Pavia, Lenore Sellers, John Mateer. Like we are going to be facing dynamic quarterbacks all season. So I have to think with kind of the preseason acknowledgement from the coaching staff at LSU, we're focusing on game one. We want that is our focus. I believe that they've been game planning a little bit. From a defensive side, have you seen defenses, wrinkles, way they're playing Harold Perkins, way they're playing their safeties that lead you to believe, all right, they're actually kind of game planning their defensive philosophy right now around keeping a mobile quarterback contained?
I think you're just talking about going from year one to year two and making improvements on the very obvious things that this team struggled with, and that was one of them. And I tell you what, I don't know what they're going to do at defensive line. It feels like they kind of have an understanding of who's going to be the interior defensive line. I think it's going to be McKinley. I think it's going to be Gooden. But from the back seven standpoint, that seems pretty set. That seems like Delane is going to man one of the spots. Stamps is going to be the other corner. You're going to have Halsey, and then Taylor, help me out here. Who's zero at the other safety spot?
Tamarcus Cooley.
Yeah. So they've been kind of back there at safety, and then the linebackers. Both Weeks brothers and manning the main spots, and then having Harold Harold Perkins be able to kind of play that star position. He seems way more comfortable than he has in the last.
He's the key
years.
to everything to me.
He the amount of times I've heard. I told this to Taylor. The amount of times I've heard someone yell "Good Perk" in practice, it's been.
What was that blank? What are you talking about?
I can't get kicked off the air already.
That's sure. Don't do that.
But no, so I think that they're going to be. I think they're going to be improved on it. I think they're just last year at times it felt like at some point of the season everything just started falling apart and they couldn't figure out how to get out of it. Like the A&M game is a perfect example because it's like you're all of a sudden it's like quicksand. And so I think they should be more improved on that side.
I'm looking forward to seeing that improvement. Certainly it's something that, Blake Baker, from what Matt House was to what Blake did last year, now let's take another jump. Yeah, we usually use initials when we say it, like he did yesterday. That's on me.
Yeah.
That's a rookie move by a veteran player.
That's
so
a bad
apologize.
perk right there.
Yes, exactly. Marler, we appreciate it, sir.
Of course, guys.
Glad to have
I
you
wanna
on
sit
team.
next to you
Glad to
next
have
time.
you in town. Yeah, you should have been on my side.
Yeah, this is tough.
Short Kings over here. Low man wins.
6'2" and a quarter, people.
Stop saying a quarter. You're 40 years old. All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to gotommies.com. G-A-U-X. Tommy's with a Y.com is the website. Tommy's windows, doors, and siding. Go to the website where you'll clearly see the difference. All they do is win awards over at Tommy's.
Win.
I mean, you see it right there. I mean, keep scrolling up there, Tay-Tay.
No
If you're watching on YouTube. No, the other way. There we go. Look at all those awards. Look at those banners. Also,
That's a
best
decade's
windows in the Advocate this year, Tommy's. Tommy. GoTommys.com is the website.
Yeah, and the best windows. But guess what? Those windows have a lifetime warranty. You know what? That means if they install them, they're guaranteed for life. All right, that's a long, long time. So a company that works with integrity, they are absolutely dependable. They are 100% professional. And when you have your house ripped open or you're doing a new project, the most important thing is you want them to be efficient. So go to gotommys.com, see what they can do for you.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
On my side of town, that lonesome feeling comes to my door, and the whole world turns blue. There's a rundown bar across the railroad track. I got a table or two way in back where I sit alone.
I mean, if you don't like this song, I don't like you.
You can get out.
I'm just telling you right now.
I don't know who you are, where you come from. You can get out. Hey, as a former running back, your heart has to be singing for joy right now.
James Cook.
James Cook,
Hey!
the latest running back to get paid, to get a contract extension at the running back position that was, for a long time, thought it was in the decline.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I
They
don't
weren't
get it.
getting
I don't
paid.
get it.
Well,
I
it's
don't
back,
get it.
baby. We're back.
I know, finally, but I never got, the Eagles won the Super Bowl last year, right? They're pretty good at running back. Even when the Chiefs were winning the Super Bowls, it was because of Mahomes. But think about, the role that Pacheco played down the stretch. And, their offense kind of changed.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't get it.
Bad they were last year with Pacheco on the bench. They couldn't run it at all.
I've never understood it. You look at the top teams across the NFL, it's sure, they might have a dude at quarterback, great receivers. If you can't run the football, it changes the math. And so why not put value? And I get the tread on the tires. I get, if we make it to 30, let's celebrate the hell out of that because if you're 30 at running back, you're 40 at any other position. I get all of that. But it's if you got a guy that has proven he can do it past 28, 29,
Well, yeah.
give him some dollars.
Well,
give
look,
him some money.
There was a stretch and period of time where a star running back did not mean didn't bring championships. And that was probably the reason for the decline because you could plug and play like James Starks for us. He was a big guy, but he was a 5th-round pick.
Mississippi State?
Buffalo.
You went to Buffalo?
Buffalo, University of Buffalo.
Oh, you
whatever.
talked about this the other day. You're
Yeah.
right.
So
He feels like he should have played at
So
Mississippi
for
State,
a
though.
period of time, a lot of people were getting it done with late rounders, low-paid guys, and being able to spend on quarterback, spend on receiver, defensive end, left tackle, things like that. So, but the emergence has swung back around. The star running back is making such a big difference because, we talk about a lot, the X's and O's, the philosophy of football is like a roller coaster. There's ebbs and flows to it. It changes. Philosophies change when an offense starts doing something new. Defense reacts.
Right.
Once the defense reacts, the offense picks something else to do, and then it's a cyclical thing. It's a circle.
It's a big word.
So we can look at the top paid running back. Saquon Barkley's average. He's getting $20.6 million a year. Christian McCaffrey at 19. Jonathan Taylor, $14 million. Alvin Kamara, $12.25. Josh Jacobs, $12 million. Derrick
Josh
Henry.
Jacobs, what do he mean to the Packers
What do he
last
mean
year?
to
Derrick
that's what I'm
Henry,
saying.
what does he mean to the
Derrick
Ravens?
Henry, $15 million. And so James Cook just signed a new 4-year extension, added new money, $48 million. 30 of the important one, 30 of it's guaranteed. So he's going to be averaging $12 million in new money.
He signed the
year.
deal that his brother was kind of always looking for, Dalvin.
And we talk about that Buffalo Bills team as much as Josh Allen means that team, James Cooks means probably he's the second most important on that team.
For what they want to do, he sets up a lot of their offensive success. They don't have brand name receivers out there. They got great value receivers, which is fine. It works for them.
Yeah, he had over 1,000 yards rushing last year, 16 touchdowns. He was a touchdown scoring machine. Daily fantasy, me and my son would do. We'd get James Cooks was who we were going after.
I like the lessons you're teaching Huck. Sports cards in daily fantasy. I love it.
It has gotten him into he loves football. He knows all the players.
You might as well start at 9.
Right? And
I've
to your
always
point,
said it.
for Josh Allen MVP last year, Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, Dalton Kincaid, Mac Hall,
Dawson
Knox. They do have Amari Cooper.
Yeah, but he was. Come on.
James Cooks,
Amari Cooper's a better football player than I ever thought about being, but he's on the way other side of it.
And so they just had a little contract dispute. There was a little holdout or a hold in, sit in, whatever you want to call it. James Cooks was in camp, but they were renegotiating, wasn't practicing, but they got that figured out. Pay that man his monies.
Paid the man his money.
And they did it. Very important. Bills, Josh Allen, killing it. But the running back is the winner right now.
Thank you for bringing that
in
up,
the
sir.
NFL.
I appreciate that.
I knew that you had some joy in your heart.
I appreciate that.
I didn't know if you were too embarrassed to talk about it, but so I wanted to highlight it for you.
I mean, name another position that is going to run block, pass block, catch, run, and even sometimes throw. Does it all. That's the running back position. Real quick, 20 seconds. Do we know what Don't Splash the Pot, what movie that's from?
I don't.
Don't splash the
Rounders.
pot. Okay. Thank God.
Hey, that's man his money.
All right. We'll be back. Hour number 3. A little Would You Rather Wednesday. We got Dear Delondra, though, when we come back.
Off the bench.
Can't wait for Dear Delondra. Get those
We got some
questions
good
inside
questions?
the Bayou 4 chat. You better. They better bring it. Because you know who's going to bring it? K to Z.
K to Z.
Every single time. Go to the website, ktozblinds.com. That's the website for K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. 2004, a long time ago. We were just watching highlights from 2005, and it looked like
grainy.
It was a little bit grainy. All right, because that was a long time ago. And you don't stay in business that long unless you're doing everything the right way, and that's what they do over at K to Z. Interior and outdoor living. What does that mean? Well, it means it can help you in both. And sometimes at the same time, when you don't even know it, like they've done for me. So go to the website today, ktozblinds.com.
Yeah, give Brandon Barton a call and his team, K to Z Interiors Outdoor Living. Talk about outdoor power shades. They go up and down at the press of a button. Turn your outdoor living space into an extension of your home. It is incredible what they can do. Interiors, outdoors, whatever it is. Give them a call or go see their brand new website, ktozblinds.com.